Today we're going to talk about a topic that I get all the time. It's about blind buying. Now, real quick, I don't recommend blind buying. I think it's better if you can smell the fragrance because you never know what fragrance is going to smell good with you. And again, everyone's scent responds or skin responds differently to fragrances. So it may be perfect on me and it doesn't smell good on you and vice versa. Now, that out of the way, I blind buy most of my fragrances. And I feel most influencers do. You know, there's so many fragrances out. We want to get it so we can review it, talk about it, and so forth. So one of the fragrances that I got is this one right here. This is Ajwa. This is from Latafa. Now, if I'm being totally honest, this costs $50 on Joma Shop. It is hard to find, and maybe it's easier nowadays, but when it came out, it was brand new last year, hard to find. I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this for a review. Now, I didn't know anything about the fragrance. I didn't know if I was going to like it. I didn't know anything. I thought the bottle was unique enough that maybe I could get some views out of it. That's the reason I bought it. I love it. I love this fragrance. This is like a fresh, spicy fragrance. Anyone that follows the channel knows I love spices, I love leather, and this has spices to the max. It smells so good. Good performance, good longevity, good DNA. Atomizer is okay. I do hate this little medallion. Don't like it, but whatever. It's part of the thing. Again, atomizer is decent. It's not the best, not the worst, but the scent, oh, just those spices, they're nice and light and fresh, a little bit of warmth, but I think this can be worn year round. I really do. I think this is one of those spicy fragrances that can work year round. So bang for my buck, yes. Was it expensive for Latafa? Yes, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. So this is a win. Now, I hate to call this a fail, but when I hit, I think it was 1,000 followers on TikTok, so 1,000 subscriber, I decided I'd buy myself a gift so I could get a niche that I could review for everybody and let them know what I think. And this was on sale. Max Aroma was having an MFK sale, and this was the best bang for the buck I could find. So I went off of price. So I think this was normally like $450 for the bottle. They had it on sale for like $200, maybe even $220. I can't remember exact number, but it was a huge discount. Everything else, maybe it was $50 discount. I'm like, you know, I could probably find that anywhere. So I decided to get it. I knew nothing about this fragrance. I didn't even look at the notes, which again, that's a huge mistake. And if I'm honest, I don't like it. Now, that is not the full story. The full story is it's a beautiful rose fragrance. Nice amber. That rose is heavy. It smells unique. It's classy. This is a perfect, unique, like event fragrance. If I'm going to dress up black tie, this would be a good fragrance for that. The problem I have, I got the extrait version. The extrait is super powerful. So like one spray is all you need all day. This is not a weak fragrance. This is very strong. And so I don't wear it that often because of the versatility factor. So when I'm like picking my fragrance, I think, you know, this probably isn't the perfect fragrance. So I regret it for that reason. So I will count this as a fail, although really this is probably like a mid, whatever we say, so-so, whatever you want to call it. I kind of regret this because there were other MFKs I think if I would have bought, I would have preferred. But that's something to say. Like, definitely check out the notes. Make sure the notes sound like a fragrance that you like. You know, for example, I don't like vetiver. If I see a fragrance that's heavy vetiver, I'll probably not even test it out. I'll just pass it up and say it's not for me. If I see neroli, heavy neroli, I don't like neroli either. There are some fragrances with neroli in it I love, but it's not a guarantee for me. So things like that, learn what notes you like, and then that will guide you in the future. At the time, I didn't like rose. Now I love rose. So this has grown on me a little bit more since I got it. But when I first got it, I was like, whoa, rose. Holy cow. And I don't like rose. Now, big fan of rose. So I do think I'll wear this more often next winter. But this last winter, I think I wore it one time, and that was because it got picked by my followers. A safety that you can get is Dylan Blue. Now, the reason for this is a blue fragrance. Most blue fragrances are mass appealing, so the odds are most people will like it. So you have a much higher chance you like it. Now, yes, I've had some people on live say they don't like Dylan Blue. In comments, I don't like Dylan Blue. That's fine. There isn't one fragrance that everybody likes. That's why, again, I recommend testing it if you can. But odds are blue fragrances are safe. So your Bleu de Chanel, maybe your Sauvage, your Y EDP, Elysium from Roger Parfum. This one right here, Dylan Blue, they're safe. Now, the thing that this has going that the other ones don't have, this is $40 online at Joma Shop. In fact, I'll link it down below. It's in the 15 fragrances I recommend. If you want this fragrance, I think it now is 45 because we're entering the summertime. But 10 hours for this fragrance, great bang for your buck, blue fragrance. Most people like it. So if you are blind buying, you need a nice summer fragrance. You need something that is safe for the office, evening, daytime, nighttime, you name it. Things like this, these type of blue fragrances are usually a good option. You're probably gonna like the fragrance, or at least be able to wear it and be like, yeah, I can get some use out of this fragrance. So again, safe blind buys, blue ones, Dylan Blue in particular, easy to buy. I know this video is all about blind buys. This was not a blind buy. This is Symphonia from Xerjoff. I never would have bought this fragrance. I never would have bought it. The reason I bought this, Ash at Ginsens did a Twisted Lily special where he gave out 5 samples. I mean, you bought them, don't get me wrong. But it was 5 samples of 5 fragrances. 1 was a surprise, 4 of them were not. And this is one of those 5. I smelled it and immediately went, holy cow, I love this fragrance. I have to buy it. So when I hit, I think it was 10,000 followers on TikTok, I bought this for myself as a gift. That's why I recommend, if you get samples, I'll put the codes right now. One of which, if you do that /Nubs Fragrances, they have all the samples that you could want plus full bottles. And if you purchase, it helps me out. If you don't want to use it, that's fine too. No forcing, no judging whatsoever. But they have great options there. But anyhow, that's the only reason I have this fragrance right here. So if you want something like that, that's why I recommend, because this isn't the most expensive, but it was $220 for 50 mils. So it is a little pricey. So I do love it. And this, I say, check the notes, look for the notes, see if you like the notes. I wanted to buy a Xerjoff for myself. I wanted to get it as a gift for, I think it was when YouTube hit 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers. Again, thank you everybody for supporting me. I appreciate it. This was the one I decided on. I'd never smelled it. Based off the notes and everything, I decided this would be the winner. I chose poorly. I chose poorly. Now, the scent profile is good. I like it. There is like a powdery, almost syntheticness to it that I don't like, but I don't hate. It isn't like, oh my gosh, I never wear it. What I don't like about it is performance. I do not get a good performance with this. And I don't know if that's because this is like the new bottle design. Maybe they reformulated it. Again, everyone's body responds differently to fragrances. Maybe my skin just doesn't work with a Scento. But again, that's why even when you blind buy, you know what you're doing. Sometimes you will get a dud. And I have a couple of here. Some other ones on the shelf that I will never wear. I got them, didn't like them, never wear it. So this is one of those ones. This is a fail. Again, it smells good. A lot of people love this fragrance. And when I say fail, I don't even mean like this fragrance is bad. This is still a good fragrance. It's just for me, I don't like it. So just keep that in mind. There is no real fail of a fragrance. Like every fragrance has a purpose. This is one that I wish I would have bought in Trino 22 instead of a Scento. I feel like every video I talk about this fragrance gets brought up, but my greatest blind buy ever is Le Male Parfum. This is my favorite fragrance. I'm obsessed with it. Love the scent. This is something that I wasn't sure if I'd even like. So I remember when this first came out, I just started collecting fragrances. I heard Le Male, and I got a Le Male Essence sample. I'm like, oh, this is what Le Male Parfum is? I love it. I didn't realize it wasn't even Le Male Parfum. So for years, I thought that was Le Male Parfum. And then I saw the bottle. I was like, I need to buy this. Wait, it says Essence. That's not Le Male Parfum. So I checked it out. Sure enough, I didn't get Le Male Parfum. I wonder how many times I can say Le Male Parfum in this video. But anyhow, I then decided, you know what? I'm just going to click the button. So I bought it, got it, and instantly became my favorite fragrance. I love this fragrance so much. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is dynamite. Highly recommend it. But this is one of those wins. Again, it has iris in it. I knew I liked iris. It had the Le Male DNA. I knew I liked the Le Male DNA. It had what people were saying is a high modern version of Le Male. So that's the other thing. I like to watch reviews. So other influencers, I would check out and I'd watch as many as I could of that one fragrance because everyone has a different opinion. And if all of them are like, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, then I feel it's a safe blind buy. But if like one is, I hate this fragrance, one is, I love this, and one is like, it's okay, then I really need to really make sure that this is my type of fragrance. So again, it's kind of like a science, and yet it's also really not that difficult or complicated at the same time. So if you are looking to blind buy fragrances, and that's what we want to do, just be smart. You know, it always sucks when you get one in that doesn't work and you wasted that money. It happens to me, it happens to everybody. But when you nail that diamond in the rough that you weren't expecting was going to be good, and you're like, holy cow, I'm so glad about this fragrance, it feels good every time. So that's the best I can do for my advice. Again, thanks for subscribing. Comment down below. What is your best blind buy? What were you happy with that you got? And again, can we talk to you in the future? This is Nubs Fragrance. Have a good day.